isn't behaving as it's supposed to, or we can say it's a loophole in a system, or a flaw in a software program. And when a hacker, let's say a black attacker, can exploit a bug, it can maliciously affect your website, your system, your software for the same, and they can be able to acquire credentials, like sensitive information, passwords, Gmails, for your customers. So that's what we call a bug. But when we come to bug bounty is a reward offered to a person who's able to identify an error or a vulnerability in a computer program or a system. And this is here at the same place, this is where most of us learn into. This is where we learn and we learn into. So here we can say that these are white hat hackers, because you hack to secure, not hack to destroy. You see, and not hack for personal like privileges. At the same time, the bounty is what we really want, what we target, and it's better to engage in black bounties than to run a black hat and get arrested for the same. You know how whatever the hell we call cyber crimes get to affect when you are arrested. Okay. Uh-huh. Where can I learn bug hunting? And so this is a common question that I've been asked either physically and most on the online space. I have a lot of friends from worldwide because I'm engaged in some of the activities. So most you can learn from YouTube. I call it the YouTube University, because to be honest, whatever the hell that YouTube can offer is really different to whatever you can get from a university or academic institution, because the academic institutions can teach only basics, and most of them does not touch on the hacking either ethical and ethical. They just mention. So YouTube is most important. You can get write-ups here. You can get write-ups here, where like people like David Bombal, we have Hakawan, and most of us, some of us can, like one of our friends, Georgie, has his write-ups. Another one is a Hakawan write-ups. This I usually share this in our group. Most often, I manage day in day out to share them, because those of us who have Hakawan accounts, there's that hack activity. You can go there, check the write-ups, the reports that were made, some valid, some that qualified for the bounties, and you can put the skills into practice. Trust me, you can get a bounty for the same that you can't even believe. You don't have the basic, the real understanding, but you can have a bag for the same. You can get some good cash for the same. So another one is a pentester land. A pentester land key is whereby all the bugs, let's say most of the bugs that have been dispatched, you can get them. Their write-ups have been issued here. This you can get at pentesterland.com. Another one, post-sugar labs. This one is very important. I really try to advise most of my friends to use this post-sugar labs, post-sugar.net, because they are the academy icon. You can go there and have the labs. You learn the content, put it into practice on a vulnerable website that has been created there. After putting it into practice, then you can be able to shift direct to a practical hacking, a practical hunting on a given website. You can hack a website depending on the write-up that you saw, on how the person who got the bug explained it step by step. The write-ups in Medium, these are several of them. GitHub, whatever this is. Keeping in contact with the bug hunters. This is very important. That's why you have our group, TheShield. You can be able, if you come across HTTP request smuggling, by then I'm giving an example, uh, exploit, and you get into trouble, you can be able to know like Stena has managed to express this all understands it. So if you come to my inbox, there you go. I can help you. I can really guide you from step to step up to the reporting stage. So, and I really I really encourage what we call collabo. Like I can get I Colo, maybe I Spiders, I and someone. All can go into a group of 3 people and hack a given domain and hand there. Then good Lord, we might come across a bug and report it. So you know how teamwork comes. Teamwork is something very important. Teamwork is something very important, and it can shift you from a level to a level that you can't expect within a limited time. That someone who is personal can take a couple of years to reach that destination. Uh-huh. Examples of bugs. The top 10 OWASP bugs. Open web application security project. Outside the injection bugs, the scale injection and stuff. Broken authentication, sensitive data exposure. XML, external entities. Broken access control. Security misconfigurations. XSS. The cross-site scripting. Uh, um, um, the insecure serialization using components with known vulnerabilities, insufficient logging and monitoring. There are several bugs. I can really encourage you guys before leaving on the top 10 or as bugs, you can have the external programs that have a wider scope. And when you come across a given bug that seems valid, whether low or even medium severity, and you can report them, those guys can really accept. For beginners, that's quite a trick. That might be among the best for beginners. If you really want to enjoy this field, this field is really hard. That's a fact. How to hunt or hack as a beginner, as an ethical hacker, something of the same. So, as a beginner, I really encourage people to use the external programs. Don't rush into HackerOne. HackerOne really demolishes. Does not give a better feel to beginner hackers that are new in the field. So it's quite opposite to what people think as they rush to search programs, HackerOne background and the rest. So here I've given you Google Docs. I'm sharing on the chat. I'll share it on the chat, or I give you even the slides that you can get this link. This link. Using this link, you can get several external programs, and when you get those external programs, okay, let's try. Take it physically. Let's check it. Just copy the link. Uh-huh. And paste on any browser that you have. I'm showing you how to use the Google Docs to get an external program that you can hack for the better, for your better. What the hell is it doing? And this is the best, by the way. You can take the link I share with you, paste it on your browser. You can scroll. Let's say this one. Let's say this one is the word. can copy it or even search it. This is a process that you can get your external program. As you can see, we have seen the first one here that has popped up. If we pay a bounty, the minimum reward is $20. Okay, this is for this program, aquasec.com. Let's see what's in for us. I'm using Windows, so I cannot be able to run into BugBounty. My Linux just that with me in the beginning of the presentation. So, okay, this is it. Aqua Security is committed at this stuff at report of vulnerability. This is where you can send it. This is their Gmail. After you get a bug that's in their own scope, that's limited to their scope, you can send it easily. When you send the reply, they need more information. There you go. Important to mention, please do not. You can read these rules. They are really important for the sale. For a beginner, $20 is little money. If you get $20 for a bag and you get at least 20 bags for the first month, and you are paid $20, that's around. That's good money. That's good money. Okay. So this is the best of the external programs, as you have seen. Okay, you can select another one for the same, and I highlight a few issues. This Illumi. And see what's in for us. I'm showing you how to use the Google Docs. The Google Docs to select your external program before you rush into HackerOne. Enjoy the external programs payments. This is among the very best you should enjoy before you rush there to get a duplicate. And those guys seem kind of rude to beginners. I don't know why. You can submit a bug if you want, but a good lord, let's say so. Okay, for this, when you get a bug, you can send it to this Gmail. You can email your findings to this. These are their rules. For this, they promise to read your bug within 3 business days. Business days are Monday to Friday, and you have to follow the instructions. They keep you on the progress. As a token, all right. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. Okay, what we are really saying, docs. Exactly this one, and you search to come into a position. This I select your site. Let's say as you selected this illumi.com, and here you go, and this and you have read this one. When you can submit the bug, you will submit the bug to this Gmail that they have. And when you have submitted, you can follow these instructions. And this one, they say that they will read your report within 3 business days. So you have to be kind of patient. And they will handle your report strictly confidential, something of the same. And as you can see, this one here, as a token of gratitude for your assistance, we offer a reward for every report of security problem that was not yet known to us. This means that someone outsider like you, a bug hunter, has not yet reported. So it means that it will not be duplicate. So the amount of the reward you will be determined based on the severity, length, and quality of the report. I'll show you one of how to write a good report. I will demonstrate how to write a really good report. The severity is the impact. Let's say the low P1 to 5. P5 is informational. There's no program that is for that. P4 is a low bug. Uh, P3 is a medium bug. P2 is a higher bug, a severity bug, and P1 is a critical bug. P1 always qualify for the highest amount of money than the than all the other. But whatever I can tell you is that as this program Illumai.com can pay for a low bug, let's say $100, and that's an example. And the other program, Aquasec.com, will pay a bounty of low. Let's say they said $20, $20 for the low bag. That's a P4. We saw that programs cannot pay for P5 informational. So the P4 bag here can get $20. So it differs. It is different from a program. But what I can encourage you, just go ahead, report it. Whether you get paid for the $20 as you can see here, or get paid for the $100 on a given domain, on a given program, it really differs. A P4 bag on Facebook can't be equal to a P4 bag on aquasec.com. That's what I'm really trying to speak of. Because you can see Facebook and Aquasec, they're really different programs. Okay. For the use of Google Docs, I think everyone has gotten it. And by the for the sake, we are not recording the session. I'm really sorry for the same. But next time we'll be in touch. Next Saturday at a time like this, we'll be in touch. The practical session must be recorded. Though this is kind of practical, like I see in Google Docs, though not really. Okay, that's it. So you get this one in the. I send my slides on our WhatsApp group, and you get them there. And if you are not on our WhatsApp group, you can reach out to me, and I will add you. And by the way, guys, let's get serious then. So let's go to next. As a beginner, do not lean on them until you get how they respond, something like that. Because some programs you can report a bug, and it takes quite 3 months, 4 months, and when they get back to you, they get back to you like it is a duplicate, something like that, and you spend time. Time is money, man. So that's quite awkward. That's not encouraging. So because take the low hanging bags, like you can even get a bag. Send to them their Gmail, see how they respond. If they take a couple of hours to respond, like let's say 9 hours, I reported a bag that was purged 7 hours later, 9 hours later. I'm sorry, and I was paid $50. So it depends with the program. So if you report a bug and they respond when like 2 months, just leave it. So because your time is really important, and this is what I'm telling you, to send the lorry hanging bags. Now let's get step by step in BugBounty on hunting for the same on hunting, getting bugs, reporting, something like that, on how you should carry yourself in the same field, which is very, 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 very important. First, it is important to remember that Nobody will teach you anything or everything on hacking or on buggy bounty. For sure, this is real. This is real. This is something that's real. Understand the technology and read through the write-ups to experience this field by expectations, but expectations can be there. Okay, on the same, let me take you through the first what we call what on. Okay, let me take this one through practical. Let's say YouTube. When you come to YouTube, when you on how you get a bug on YouTube, and then let's say you get paid. Okay, welcome. So on YouTube, on how to get a rate up on YouTube, let's go ahead. Let's get the rate up for a bug. Let's say let's say HTTP request smuggling. And one of the kings of HTTP request smuggling is James Kettle. Yeah, James Kettle, the guy from Boat Swinger. Exactly. So go ahead and search HTTP requests. I've been searching for quite a number of days, so yeah. I'm sorry for my slow internet. Okay, all right. So you can see a couple of write-ups here. You can see this one. This guy was paid 6.5k, 6,500 United $6,500, and later on was paid $5,000. Okay, this guy explained these bounties for the same for HTTP request smuggling that led to mass account takeover on Slack and Zomato. So the total amount of this bounty was 11,500. And as you can see down here, this is James Cato. Yeah, all right. He explains on HTTP request, hypertext transfer protocol, phishing attacks on the smashing into the cell next door. As you can see, at the same time, this is open web application security project. This is his session there, and down here is James Kettle on Black Hat, and he was explaining on the HTTP phishing attacks, smashing into the cell next door, DEFCON 27 conference. These are quite, guys, you can follow this. This is really an awesome explanation, and it's really interesting. So you can click here and follow his write-up, and you can get a couple of write-ups. Let's say cross-site scripting write-ups, couple of them, write-ups. You can see them here. Okay, I can dig into them. I'm really sorry for the same. I'm really sorry for the slow. Okay, guys, welcome. I feel at home. I can take it through. Okay, welcome. So, cross-site scripting write-ups. As you can see here, the BugBounty. He stored cross-site scripting on ads.google or the adsense.google.com. And this guy, Sayiri Ramadan, was demonstrates the attack of cross-site scripting. And here we can see that this was what amount of $4,133.70. Uh-huh. And two solutions journal integrity challenge. As a Collins That's how I here. I think you get us through once you get back to the group. Another one here is a 7,500 bounty dollar for the cross-site scripting bugs that was spotted on 2018. On the same year, there was a total $2,500 Apple bounty. So you can get how these guys went ahead and did this, and you can take that those skills, those particular skills, and portray them practically on your external target, or on your targets, your target.com. You can test there. You can get to know how to move on something for the same. And not bad. That's quite easy because you check the step, move step by step. And I promise you, and I really promise you for the same. You can't miss a bounty. Trust me, you can't really miss a bounty. Okay, going ahead. Some guys here. I've been here a hard step. It has been big welcome. Hacker one, hacker activity. Okay, this one you can check from your home. Personally, for my case, I'll share the write-ups. Okay, on the other hand, testerland.com. So we go ahead, we jump into direct the pentesterland.com, testerland.com write-ups. I'm showing you the steps on how you can move step by step, and you can get about it. It's quite really an easy thing. And I wonder why most of guys fear this. Imagine just searching, following the steps, hacking our website. It's something quite easy, but take care. The cybercrime laws are really something that laws that are not easy. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, as you can see here, these are BugBounty write-ups. There are 2021 write-ups, 2020 down to 2022, and all others up to 2012. I mean, not to 2022, up to 2012. For 2021, you can see a bounty that was rewarded. Okay, let's start from here. This bug, let's choose one. Okay, this is a logic flow bug. Okay, all right. As you can see here, how I accidentally deleted your Apple shortcut. This is a title that the hacker, someone like you, gave his or her own bug. The author is Franz Rosen. This is the author of the bug. The bug was reported to Apple, and it was a logic bug, or logic flows bug. The bounty that was rewarded is $64,000, not Kenya shillings, Tanzania shillings, but I mean dollars. And it was spotted on September date 13, 2021. Let's go down. That's a couple of bugs that were reported. This one, account takeover via process scripting is quite easier for most of us to understand, I think. Let's see how this guy managed to get this bug, the process scripting bug, in his signature picture that was worth $2,500. This, as you can see, this bug process scripting led to what we call account takeover. Again, I'm quite sorry for my slow internet. I'm really sorry, guys, for the same. Okay, we're done with this. Okay, we're on this. That's an easy step. Imagine just googling and finding your way in. Okay. Now, as you can see here, the Gokhan Guzel Kokar is the writer of this write-up. And he says 2 minutes read. It has 5 followers. Okay, take that. That's quite okay information. Hi everyone, I hope this well. I was hacking on HR application and started testing the integrated application that were on it. My target was HR application, but I wanted to try something on this app. So as you can see, it was his target, but he wanted to try something else. So here is what he, one of the integrated application I started to test electronic signature feature to prepare a PDF document and send it to someone else to sign. So these are quite things that really need what we call innovation. In fact, in the field of bug hunting, someone must be of higher innovations. You must be someone who can invent something. Okay, like by passing those firewall and stuff, you must be a guy that is quite innovative. You can innovate something that is something that doesn't exist on the online space, because if you use a tool, okay, there's higher percentages that if we are testing process scripting using the Fox tool, there are a higher percentage that most guys have tested it. So, and some have come across their false positives, negative positives, and others on their bugs, and they have reported and they have gotten quite a lot of cash. Like the other bug that you saw on YouTube, the $6,500 bug on the HTTP request smuggling. That guy went ahead and used the smuggler tool on GitHub, and he was by luck, by that bug was reported to Slack.com. So, and by luck, he managed to get a critical bug, HTTP request smuggling bug. He went ahead, exploited to make sure that it's not a false positive, and reported the bug to necessary as expected. So that was quite advantageous to him. So as you can see here, you can use this kind of steps on your target.com. I tried something like that. You can slowly scroll and use those steps. And as you engage them on your practical sessions as a kind of a beginner, intermediate, something like that, it will be an added advantage, and it will help you to cut off your time, the time that you could have taken to get something on learning something. You get some basic skills, of course. So, and this is like okay, it's quite that easy. You can try yourself down here with your bag. On the same, moving direct into Portugal.net. Portugal.net. I've been saying this for quite a number of days. Been having a rough day. Don't try to let someone now host do this. I'm quite sorry. Okay. Portugal dot right. My school. Portugal.net. Okay, I think I'll do some practical session for this. I will present it using my Linux machine. Okay, you can come here on academic. You can log in, register to solve those labs. Okay, lot of labs. Whites requiring login, and these guys have quite a hell of password. Okay, SQL labs are here. You can solve these labs. There are a lot of labs here. Cross-site scripting, SQL injection, uh, cross-site request forgery, clickjacking, DOM-based vulnerabilities, cross-origin source sharing, XML, XML external entities, server-side request forgery, HTTP request smuggling, the James Crater bug, OS command injection, amongst many others. So let's get bug. Okay, I do this practical. Let's type for the same. the same. Let's say our time. Welcome, guys. GitHub.com and keeping in touch is quite easy. Medium, there are a lot of right up there. We are done this. We are done this. How do you work as a beginner? I'm quite smart. Much with this. We are really leaning on this. Okay. As a bug hunter, you have to have a schedule. You must plan, get ready for hard work, and your attitude must be a positive attitude for the same. Uh, because plan, you must have something like you take records. Take records. If you get a bug like this, you take your record. If you submit, you take your record because someday you'll come something of the same. And once you come to your records, it'll be quite something easy to refer to. And hard work really, bug hunting, hacking needs time. It's not something that you jump into. And let's say, like as a beginner, hard work, it really needs your time. You must make time. You must set aside time for hard work. Plan if you are a student, like most of us. Okay, uh, personally, I'm a student. Okay, you must have a schedule for your classes, a schedule for hunting. Like let's say classes. If you have a class, okay. For my schedule, it's quite hard. I don't know, but I don't want you to do that. I rarely attend classes. I can attend cards, exams, and most important classes, but others like I don't know what I don't attend. Okay, and weekdays you can go ahead and do bug hunting. When it comes to weekend, you can do what you call CTF playing. They capture the flag competitions. That's it. So you must plan, and you must be a hard worker. You must be determined. Attitude of most important because when you get there, you get a duplicate. My first duplicate for a P1 bag, it was quite embarrassing. It was quite painful than a heartbreak that you can get from your girlfriend. Okay, you can go ahead and get understanding the web applications. You can understand how these things work, the JavaScript, those languages, the pop-up, and stuff. Go ahead and put most things, and most importantly, most important, practice is quite something that is advantageous. Put into practice. If you are after, okay, I'm sorry using a smuggling bag for quite the whole session. Okay, if you are after HTTP request smuggling, put it into practice. Get there, get into Portugal.net labs, put them into practice. Use your BugBounty, use your BugBounty Community Edition. Okay, as a beginner, I encourage you want to use Community Edition to get the basics that one needs before you get into a Pro Edition. So put everything into practice, and you should be able to expect noobs, cheaters. Okay, they are what we call them strict kiddies. Someone can get away and tell you can hack a bank, something like that. Can hack a school and remove the low performing students. Okay, some guys, most of these guys can what they can do is just running an automation tool. Let's say DDoS tool, something like that. They can't get into practical. One cannot be able to exploit something and get a bug. Or okay, to be able in a position to hack a bank and get the cash, you must be able in a position to get a bug, because on the other side, the bank seems not vulnerable. So you should expect such guys. And programming is something that's quite basic on hacking, on a hacking field. The development of scripts to bypass those WAFs, the web application firewalls. So programming is something quite basic. When it comes to buffer flows, you must be able to write scripts, the C scripts to run the buffer overflows. Okay, the next point is one, as a beginner in bug hunting, one should be able to learn about the basics of the programming, the protocols, and you should be able to know what's a request and what's a response, the get, the post, and you should be able to know how to deal with those payloads on BugBounty for the same, and so that you can be able to in a position that you can order a request and get a response that you want from the server to test whether the server is kind of vulnerable. Like I managed to report the how do we call it? What a smuggling bug. Okay, the hypertext transfer protocol parameter pollution bugs. I recorded that was the bug that I reported yesterday, and I was paid 9 hours later. I was able to induce the payload at different positions of the. Okay, I think I can explain that practically. So I was able to induce a payload at different positions of the GET request, and to test whether the Nino was whether there was vulnerable, the link, the GET request. I think it must have been quite fast. So I took the okay. Okay, welcome guys. So this is what I did. The request, let's say it was like this, and the other one was like the request was like this. HTTP 1 and HTTP 1. Something like this. It was quite okay. I was getting what we call www. Let's call our site, our vulnerable site, stainer.com. www.stainer.com. This is what I did, and this was on BugBounty. So I was able to use the payload on different sites. I came and put that payload here, www.attacker.com. Yeah, exactly like this. Something like this. Okay. So this was my payload. At first I tried something like this. Good Lord, the request that came, it had something like the vulnerable website, stainer.com. It was a tier 1 permanently, stainer.com, and something like the redirection and stuff, and then it took to attacker.com. Okay, this was a medium sovereignty bug, and at the same time I took this payload, and placed it here, something like this. So yeah, and the request from the server was post Joe1 moved permanently to the attacker.com. Okay, because I was quite bankrupt, I never went ahead to exploit to change the bug. So I went ahead, reported the bug, was awarded $50, and I was dancing my way out. That was it. So you should be able to understand the request, those get, post, delete options and stuff, and how they work. Okay. On the other hand, you should be able to learn about the operating systems and how they work. If you are a pen tester, let's say most of us guys use Kali Linux, the other one, the XFCE, KDE, MD. Okay, and we use Parrot operating system, and others can go ahead and use Ubuntu. So understand the operating systems and how they work, because different vulnerabilities react differently on different operating systems. And with the immediate effect as a bug hunter on our 100 days or on our 100 days journey of bug hunting, you should start to learn about vulnerabilities immediately. Learn, exploit, report. There you go. Choose your target wisely. I told you how to choose your target. It's a trick. Like if you come across an external what you call program, and you're not sure about it, so what you do, you go ahead, file a fake report, then wait for their reply. But don't find too many because some programs really ban guys from the reporting. And you can check their what we call time, the time that they take to reply for the same. If I had a program that I reported some 2 bugs up to date, it's quite 1.5 months ago. No, 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 no feedback. They have not yet even replied that they have received the bug they are checking in. So I gave out my way. I came out with that skill of sending a fake bug or a lowly hanging bug, a P5. Uh, okay, if they are P6, I can send them and wait for their whatever the hell reply. Okay, as a bug hunter, be ready for disappointment. This is where everything goes sideways. You can get an A not applicable. You can get a duplicate. Duplicates are the ones that are told most painful. Probably a P1, but you must get ready for the same. My first bag was an NA followed by a duplicate, and the duplicate was a P2 bag. Then followed by that a P4, P3, I think they are spread for. Okay, you must be ready for the disappointment. This is quite basic on every day, daily basis. Must be ready for the disappointment. Uh, okay, on the other hand, uh, books to follow. I don't know. This is quite less informational. There are a lot of books we share regularly. I know one guy. I used to. There's a guy that I really use. Is quite obsessed with the online libraries. Uh, it's called. His name is Mike. He's in the group. He keeps sharing books. If you need a book, you get it. You need a book, you get it. Even those books that are sold on the online space, he has it. He get it for you for free. Not a price, not even a penny. You can't spend anything, and you can have these books for the same. Huh. And the differences, these are what we have been talking about. I will hand the session over for quite something like what we call like 20 minutes to Collins as he speaks as I keep on setting my lab for a small practical. Okay, Collins, do you copy? Collins, hey.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, the stage is yours.
Okay.
The stage is yours. Please go on.
Yeah, I'm on. Hello, can you hear me, everyone? At least give me a feedback. I know if I'm talking, you can hear me. If you can hear me, type one, please.
Okay, Collins, I copy. I'm getting you.
Okay. So on bug bounty, if you get a target, the way you have the stainers told us, the first thing you must do is recon. You exploit the site. You can do passive recon. The first step is passive recon, where you you just search for the more about the target. You can use something like whois. I know most of you guys know whois command, ns lookup, the DNS recon. Uh, so you might get some ports. Let's say you use something like nmap. No, nmap it's active, but you'll be attacking the domain directly. But if you use some whois command, ns lookup, DNS recon, you might find some, maybe even an internal IP address which has leaked. Then what you will do, you go to the website, just interact as a normal user. see what it's the website is doing, or even if it's an Android application, what it is doing. Just 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 do that. Yeah, I think you are getting it. Then once you have interacted with a application, you have known, maybe it's a bank application, maybe website, I mean, maybe it's any website, you have known what it's doing. Try to do some low hanging bugs. For example, let's say you can see if your token it does not expire, whereby you log in, then try to log out.
Okay, a point of correction, Collins, please. They are complaining your volume is quite low.
Oh, sorry. How about now? Hello. How about now? Uh, so what you can do?
I got.
So what you can do? You can log into the website, then try to log out and click the back button. If your session it hasn't expired, that is a bug, and it's a low bug. Yeah, on external program, I was told you will be paid, and maybe on Hacker One don't expect that, and I don't think that that program is there. That vulnerability is there because a lot of hackers are there. Now, once you have done the the passive scan, now come to active scan, where you'll be interacting directly to the website. You'll be attacking the website or the application directly. This is where you will be using Nmap. You will be using Sublisa to find more domains. Then so start. Most of you guys know Wapilizer. It's an uh, it's a it's a extension in the web browser where it will show it will show what can I say? It will show the operating system, what software version it's using, and if you have the software version of the application of the server where it's hosted, you can see vulnerabilities there, then try to exploit it. Now, once you have done with that, that's active on. At that time, you'll be using BAP. I think, most of you guys know a lot of tools which we use. That's like BAP suite. Try some WAF bypass. There's some tools where you'll be using it. I think I'll send it some tools. Now try to enumerate the website. Yeah. Try to exploit it in short terms by this OWASP top 10. You can build your own methodology. You say I'll be searching for these low hanging. After low hanging fruits, you go to advanced until you reach a point where you'll be have exploited everything on OWASP, and try going through the most write-ups. There are some vulnerabilities which are not in OWASP top 10, but they are applicable. So, Sven, can I give you back? Okay, Stena. I think I'm true.
Okay, thanks for the same. Okay, I'm sorry. I got some echo sounds. Okay. Anyone who has a question, you can keep asking as I keep on setting my lab for the small practical session. You can unmute your mic. Or even if you have what we call a comment. Okay. I'm about to share my screen. Hmm. You can unmute, feel free. If you have a question, or if you have what we call comment. Okay, what I'm about to do is what we call HTTP request smuggling bug. I don't know. Okay, let me just. I have logged into accounts. I don't know whether it will work.
Okay, to ask Steiner, which programming language first you need to
Okay. Okay. Programming languages, I can't limit, but if I can encourage one to learn for scripting, most likely Python, the Go language. Of course, don't limit yourself. Just learn as much as you can, depending on your target. You can learn for buffer flows. You can use C. C can fight the better. Amongst the many others, don't limit yourself. In fact, don't limit yourself because as you can see, the Kenyan curriculum doesn't teach what you call Python. But go ahead and teach yourself. That's it. I've never seen it being taught. When I joined university, I thought that is something that I will get, but it was quite the opposite. Okay, another question. Yeah, exactly. Anyone? Right. I've managed to share my screen. This is the HTTP request smuggling. I don't know. We have to have a group for the same, at least so that most of us can be able to exploit the bug at the moment. As we leave the lab, uh, someone will be concluding the POC, the proof of concept. I think we will have to share something for the same. The how to write a report. I must take you through that. HTTP request smuggling, as you can see. My screen is clear. Okay. Good Lord, I'm using two screens, so I'm presenting and seeing the other side. HTTP request smuggling is a technique for interfering with our website processes requests of HTTP requests that I say from one, just again that stuff. Now, what happens HTTP request smuggling attack because of time we will leave it. How to do the request smuggling vulnerabilities, we will work on them. How to perform the HTTP request smuggling attack, how you work on it. But we have two, as you can see here, we have three, but there's another one. We have the content length transfer encoding, content length, transfer encoding, and the content length vulnerabilities. So there are four. For the first one is our content length transfer encoding vulnerability. So what we're going to do, we are going to solve this this lab. I'm going to solve this lab. SQL is not something technical. So this is the vulnerable website that I was speaking. This one. And by the way, for the guys that cannot be able to set the map suite, settings on the mini, you can install a Fox proxies, something quite easy to intercept the request. But tutorials YouTube. Okay, it's a vulnerable website to content length transfer encoding vulnerability. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and use the BugBounty Community Edition to do this, to intercept the request and detect the bug, the HTTP request smuggling bug. Okay, close. Next, start bug. Okay, another clue: the position to get into touch with BugBounty Pro. That's when you are done with the community edition. Okay, not done. In fact, when you have understood how BugBounty works, you can go ahead get the BugBounty Pro. On our group, there's a pinned what we call there's a okay, there's a pinned link on how to set your BugBounty Pro. Okay, that's quite easy. So on this my proxy, I put it off. I don't know why I really love doing this. On the other hand, I put some BugBounty one first. Then I can intercept. I put my intercept on. I go back. I try to refresh this one. Then I go to my BugBounty HTTP request. And this is the get request. I send it to my repeater. The repeater, this is where our game begins. So where you can test the vulnerability, the bug, the content length transfer encoding bug. You can go ahead. There's a solution here. It's quite easy. You can use this on testing your website. And there's a community solution here. This is where James Carroll, the founder of this bug, he explains the content length and transfer encoding vulnerability quite easier and makes it quite easier for a beginner to understand. So it does not depend on your skills. So you can when you get there, you get the help, it fucks you off, you come back, get the solution, try, go ahead, it becomes interesting, you still keep pushing, you still keep reporting the bugs. There we go. If you follow these steps, in fact, these are the steps that I followed, and I managed to get my first HTTP request management. And for God's sake, it was content length transfer encoding. That was it. So let's take this request up to the connection keep alive. And this is a good. So this one comes will mean the the cookie session will mean this. We don't need it. Will mean the host the user agent. The connection should be keep alive. Content type, content length, transfer encoding should be chunk, and the other stuff. I'm sorry, I lost that machine. Okay, you can keep on as you have seen as you are doing the trigger. Keep pushing. Yes. Uh, okay, I'm in. So you copy this. Okay, I think I'm clear now. I lost my connection quite a little bit. Sorry for the same. So I was explaining about this. On my screen. Window. And this is what I was really explaining. So, this is the body. This is the body of the response. And this was our first response. Okay, that's it. Spiders, welcome. So this is the body. This is the body of the request. Again, I will go on our second request. Then I valid request. Good Lord. Back. try it one more time. Okay, and the set should be on. Is it bug suit? Okay, go ahead. Go to HTTP. Oh, the get request. I think they have get request here. Oh, yeah. So we send it to our repeater. On the repeater side, we came for this one. Let's do it with this one. I explained that we don't need the cookie stuff. And this one should be on a post. Should be a post one. We send the two requests. The first one to Johnny, and the other one invalid request. Okay. Our first request gets 200 status, and the other one gets something of 400 for something like that. That can test out the bug. Something it's a vulnerable website. Okay. On my first HTTP request bug, when I was exploiting, I went into can I build a beach? Yeah, something like that. Okay. There was a 200 status request here and there. 200 status requests. So when I reported, I was unable to exploit. It was quite funny. But at the same time, you can go ahead and get some better payloads. Allow me to stop sharing the screen because of some sensitive credentials. So let's see. Okay, I'll be sharing my screen in a few. Down hunting. Okay. You will share my screen. Okay. So you can go ahead. For example, this is my website payloads. You can exploit once you have it. You can exploit to get the admin panel using this kind of payloads. At the same time, you can get the admin panel. It's a content length transfer encoding vulnerability of the HTTP request module. Next time, on my next presentation for the bug, we will be hunting a live vulnerable website, not a port trigger, but we'll be direct hunting a bug for the same. So that's how you can use the port trigger labs, to learn the bugs. It's quite easy. It's quite hard. Imagine you take those skills practically into a practical field, engage them. You get a couple of bounties for the same. Not engaging, but don't think out of the box. But at the same, as a beginner, you can take those steps, move them one by one, until you get there, until you get the vulnerability, until you get the bug. So that's it. So I'm about to conclude. Allow me to stop sharing the screen and conclude for the same. Okay. So we have learned for it, and I will thank you for attending the meeting. Next week we're planning. I'll be able to engage someone for the same to for a given bug. So we'll be hunting our sessions per Saturdays. We'll be having a bug. Let's say next Saturday. Okay, an example. Next Saturday we'll be handling HTTP. Okay, HTTP request smuggling bug. Someone will take us through. On the other Saturday, again someone will take us through. On the other week, someone will take us through until we come to the end of 100 days. But what I want to argue that you should be able to have a target for your own on these 100 days and the 100 days of hacking, of what you call ethical hacking. I, at the same time, but I still thank you for keeping patience for the, I think you have taken at least 2 hours, something like that. 1 hour. We have 30 minutes for questions, answers, comments. That's it. Go ahead. Anyone feel free and mute yourself. Alan, Mike, go ahead. Collins, Ivan, welcome. Okay, Collins, I see that. Okay, we can shift to 200, not bad, but beginner friendly is the website stuff. Websites, but you know, most bug hunters have engaged on the website. So on the other Android, it's quite wanting. So sometimes we'll engage, but let's shift some of us into the practical hacking. Then someday we'll be there. Another question? Check on the check inbox. Feel free.
Okay, thank you, Stina. To ask, what about the targets? What are these targets when you talk about targets? You know, as beginners, we get to get lost when you speak of targets and how to report these reports to the targets, how to present these bugs to the targets. Sijui kama umenipata hapo.
Okay. Let me draft a simple, what you call a simple way to report a bug. You get it? Simple way. Okay, let me draft it. Let me share my screen. Okay, that's quite the deck. Share my window screen. Okay, and okay, now let's say that we have a HTTP request smuggling bug, and we want to report it to our target. Okay, they give us a Gmail. Their Gmail, let's say, Dana at gmail.com. I mean, we are filing an external program on our website, so we file it through Dana@gmail.com. Their website. We go ahead and name our bug. See, go ahead and name our bug. Call it the HTTP request smuggling bug. Okay. The date. Say the date. Today. Okay. I don't mean you write today. I carry that the date. Say date 1/1/2020. Okay, go ahead and write the severity. Nameless person, please. Severity. Okay. Say medium. Okay. For me, it's quite something quite easy. You can go ahead and tell them You can give them hello and tell them hello. I found this. I found this. Hello. I hope it is me. You know, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic world. So we say that hello. I hope this Gmail finds you well. I hope this Gmail finds you well in this time of pandemic. In this time of pandemic, the COVID stuff. You go ahead and explain. Okay. So I found this bug. I found this bug on your subdomains, and you name them 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if on your domain, you name the domain. Then you go ahead and describe the bug. Description. Description. It is something quite important. You if it is a if it is a outside scripting bug, you can go ahead and explain it. The okay, our bug was HTTP request smuggling. Explain HTTP request smuggling and the bugs of stuff and stuff, and you explain what their impact. Okay, explain what they are, how they are found, something like that, and then we go ahead and on the POC. So what we call the proof of concept. Proof of concept. Proof of concept is quite proof of concept. It's where this is what determines your bug, whether valid, a false positive, and you know false positives are always denied. So or a valid or a false positive. So and explain here. You can attach your screenshot. You can record. Okay, what I usually do, I record a small video because it's quite very sure for the same. So you can record a video. You can have screenshots for the same. You can have the screenshots. You can bring the code here and explain. You can read the code here also, and they tell them this code was vulnerable towards the GET request, and they posted this and this and this. And you explain them. In fact, this is what how you got the bug, how you come across into getting the bug, and this give you the bound. This is where we determine, and then go ahead and explain the impact of the bug. If it was cross-site scripting, okay, if it was let's say a bug's okay, wherever the bug is, was open the SSH username enumeration. You see, I was able to come across these usernames and passwords, and if it was the sensitive data exposure, you explain. You just explain to them, tell them that I hacked this website. I managed to hack it, and I got this. The impact was that sensitive data exposure. It released the names, phone numbers, Gmails, passwords of your people, of your clients. So this impact, at least on the other side, from the proof of concept, the impact at the same time is quite awesome. It determines on what you get. You see, so this on the other side is interesting. An interesting part. So after you explain the impact, you go ahead and say the remediations. Though this is not that, but it's really encouraged. If it was a bug, that was the HTTP request smuggling. There are couples of remediations that one can do. So, like the bug, the HTTP request, how to prevent them. You advise them. You can go ahead and give them the necessary advice that they can use to do whatever. You can let them to reuse the backend reconnections so that each backend request is sent over a separate network connection, or use a HTTP/2 for backend connections, such that this protocol prevents ambiguity. about the boundaries between the connections, the HTTP stroke 1 and the HTTP request stroke 2, the request from the response from the server. At the same time, you can then even use the exact, use the use exactly the same web server software for the front end and back end servers so that they agree about the boundaries between the requests. So this is quite easy. After the remediations, the Gmail obvious down there, yes, down here is now where you attach the your screenshots, you upload them as screenshots. Okay, oh, I'm quite sorry. So after the remediation, we have the references of the bug where you carried out research and where you come up to what made you decide that it's a vulnerable bug. So those links, you include them here. So for the proof of concept and impact, here you must be detailed and you must be quite quite clever, quite innovative. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, but that's it. You should be objective. I don't know, subjective. That's it. So for the impact, you should clearly demonstrate what the bug brings about. Proof of concept steps. Don't miss our steps. No, most of those researchers that come up that the bug is this and this is vulnerable, and they come out that they should pay a bounty. They're human beings. If you miss a step, they miss a step, they require more information. Others can close your report as are not applicable. They can, so it becomes somehow quite useless for the same. Okay. Thanks, Nani. I have stopped sharing this screen. Okay. Spiders, I can see you can also copy the BugBounty request and response. Okay. Yes. You can copy the request that you sent and the response. You can copy them in your Gmail as while you are reporting, because they are quite additional evidence for the bug that you got. You can copy them and send them, and this will be an added advantage for the same, for the proof of concept. You know, those researchers are human beings like you, so it's quite different. Another question? Okay. Mwendo, welcome.
Yeah, nilikuwa nimeleft kiasi, internet ilikuwa inasumbua kiasi.
Okay, I've demonstrated it, but you can meet me on my inbox for more.
All right, thank you, Steiner.
Welcome. Another one, Meshak. How comes you like a question for today? Okay. Having no question, the meeting comes to an end. The meeting comes to an end. Let's meet next Saturday for the same. I really congratulate you guys for attending. I'm quite happy for the same. This is awesome. It's good for the beginning. As I saw, we were over 20 guys. So next, let's try to be at least 30 guys. Invite your friends. TheShield, we add guys, but we don't add crazy guys. We disperse them. We remove them. So we add at least. We don't discriminate beginners. We are beginner friendly because everyone was a beginner. So we keep moving. That's it. So invite your friends. We'll add them, but give them the conditions that we don't encourage listeners. So that will be awesome. Next week we plan for the same. I think I will host someone like Spiders. Get ready for the same. Next week is yours. The field will be yours. Okay. Okay, on the same spiders, I see that people should be aware on the 100 days that they are working on. This is something that we spoke of the attitude and plan. Get ahead, go ahead, plan yourself. Because this 100, people have targeted. I know someone who has targeted over uh, 1 million Kenyan shillings. That's $10,000 over in these 100 days, and wish him luck. Yeah, exactly, Meshach. Learning is perpetual. Uh, we have to learn. We have to move. Learning is something like we keep every single second, and we have to move. Okay. I think everyone has my number here, and we can chat our WhatsApp group. Let's meet there for the best. Okay. Thanks. Another question you can see raise. Try to close the meeting. In a few seconds. 10 seconds. Yeah, crypto guy, go ahead.
The presentation was fucking awesome.
Welcome, bro.
The presentation was fucking awesome.
Exactly. I'll keep moving.
The presentation was fucking awesome.
3, 2,
The presentation was fucking awesome.
1. Not to stop the meeting.
It's fucking awesome. Presentation was fucking awesome. The presentation was fucking awesome.